Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, October 10th, and as you can see, I've got a hell of a building to show you today. This is the 15mm Reichstag by Novus Design Studios. This isn't available yet. One of my buddies just happened to have one early, sent me one, which I am very grateful for. And yeah, I'm going to review this for you because this is an impressive piece of resin terrain. Now, with all resin terrains, you want to wash them first. I used Liquid Dawn, washed it under warm water in my sink, allowed it to dry. And that's typical of resin buildings because, you know, the manufacturers can't get 100% of the stuff, the mold release agent, off the model before they send it to you because, you know, we want our stuff now. We order it, we expect it within a week or two. So, you know, it's give and take. So don't worry about that, just clean it off real quick. So let me show you this building, okay? And I do got models for comparison, to give you a comparison size. You can kind of see one over here, but I'm not going to let you see it all the way for reasons. Okay, so anyway, so this is actually a 4-story model. All right, let's go through this. So you have your roof. This roof comes off. Very highly detailed. Very nice. This is just flash right here. I'm leaving it on because you can easily say when it comes to ruined buildings and resin, you can easily say this is still the plaster that's on the roof, that's on the ceiling on the inside. Okay, so yeah. The only thing I would have changed about it is maybe making this break, how they're pretty much identical, maybe moving it by about 20 degrees, 20 or 30 degrees in either direction, so that way it doesn't look the same. But I can kind of understand it because if something crashed into it, boom, boom. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, pretty nice. This is the underside. No need to paint it. To be honest, there's nothing underneath it. Okay, so I'm still gonna paint it, but that's just because that's me. So then you've got that. Now you've got this layer here. This is the second story. Same thing. Move this light so there's not much of a shadow effect. So as you can see, you know, there's some gates right here in the doorways. Again, it's a ruined building, so you can leave it in there and get away with it. That's not a big deal. Okay, as you can see, this is the top of the dome. Crap fell in here, fell in this room. Just some other stuff in here, rebar, whatnot. There's a hallway. Now, excuse me, since I have this out, let me go ahead and get one of these figures. I'm going to get one of the chunkier figures, okay, one of the heroic 15mm. This one's by Curacao Miniatures. This is one of the Gota clans. See, it fits in there nice. My only thing is, you know, when it's based on your penny, it's not going to fit through the doorway. Of course, if he wasn't based, you could easily see that he could go through. Any 15mm figure could go through these doors. So, you know, it's a give and take thing. I could cut this away so that it could enter in there, but I kind of like this, so that way I can have a figure like that. And then since it is quote-unquote modular, it just pops back in. And if I so chose, you really can't see him, but there he is right there. Sniper. Boom, boom, boom. Very nice. Okay. And then, like I said, there's another level. This will be the quote-unquote first floor. Now, here's the thing. With resin, when it gets shipped, sometimes it gets hot. The front of this building, you can't tell from this angle. I'll show you here in a moment. But this part is actually bent in. It's warped in. That happens for the heat. Nothing anybody can do about that. It's going to happen. 9 times out of the 10, it doesn't happen. But this time it did. Okay, so this one's a little bit harder to take out. So when I'm painting it, I'm going to have to be really careful because I already know where it's sticking at. It's sticking right here. Because right here in this part, I can feel where it's warped. I could do some hot water, but I'm not sure if I want to go that route. Some more battle damage there, apparently. But yeah, so here's the other one, the other layer. Again, very nicely done. And they do have stairs. Stairs that lead up, lead down. There's a stair there. And there's a stair on the other side. They coincide with each other. This part definitely is on the bottom because it doesn't have part of the dome. You want to keep that in mind. Also, these stairs will go towards the back. This is actually the rear of the building. There's a reason why I have this part shown and not the front. Okay, but that is the rear of the building. And in this case, we're going to go ahead and use a Iquin by Loud Ninja Games, available through Alternative Armies. And on this level, this door he can go through. This door also he could go through if he's based. However, these doors over here on this side are far too narrow for him to go through with being based. And also, since the Iquin is supposed to be a much larger figure, larger than a standard human, he may have some trouble going in. He'd have to go in sideways anyway. But the rooms are spacious on this level, and this part's all open here. So we'll go ahead and get that squared away. If you hear some sounds from my PC, don't worry, it is restarting because there was an update. Alright, so we got this over here. So that's the ground floor. Now we do have a basement. And there is your basement. Again, it's got these parts right here, which I could sand down, but I'm not going to. This is going to be kind of difficult to paint as it is, because of the items here and because of the amount of space. As you can see, we got the stairs right here, which coincide with that upper level. Again, we'll just use, since it's a penny base, not going to quite fit through, not going to fit through, not going to fit through, not going to fit through. Does fit through there, fits through here, and he fits through there. So your penny base will fit through this one. You know what? Penny base is going to fit through here and through here. Alright. So, again, it's got some nice details in here. Looks like a power generator. Some type of shop vac type thing. Air induction swamp cooler. Broken window right here. Right here, I know you probably can't see it because of the shadowing. There's two drums, generator, and looks like a water heater back here. Okay, so you put this together, and like I said, it's got corresponding parts. So you see that slit with the right there on the corner? That goes like this. There you go. You can see where it's getting stuck. So that way the stairs are very visible. Not that it really matters too much. And then your rear stairs are going to go here. And then with your second floor, same thing, just going to pop it in. There you go. See the stairs correspond right there. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Okay, so now this roof, this part here, the damaged part, does go towards the rear of the building, like that. It doesn't really matter, in all honesty. However, if you have it going towards the front, you're going to see those parts right there. Which, I mean, if you wanted to, that's fine. But just in my opinion, I would leave it like this, because you don't see them as much. Alright, and as you can tell, this is a little warped also, but again, it's ruined, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so let me show you the front. Then we'll get into some measurements here. Here's one side. Look at that, nice detail, very beautiful detail. There's the front of the building. Nice, right? Okay, so as you can tell, let me change the lighting a little bit. The way the floors go, you are not supposed to be able to see the floor, which you can't. Unfortunately, you can see some of these walls. They're not quite measured out the right way. It's not a big deal because it's supposed to be a ruin. It kind of takes away from it if you're trying to do a diorama. Something I'm sure you could fix. So right here, I'm not sure what this light gray stuff is. And this is where we're going to come into some of the itty bitty complaints, kind of nitpicking. So as you can see, it's got a textured base. I'm going to take the camera off for this part. Alright, so we've got the textured base, which is always nice to see when it's done right. And in this case, it is done right. It looks like it makes sense. Now, when I washed it, I used a blue sponge, and I thought I got all of it off. And then I was like, oh, no, I didn't. And this is a problem you have with these type of bases. Okay, if you can see right here, this blue thing, that's part of the mold. Kind of difficult to get out because of where it is. You got some mold pull. I've got to kind of break it off, but I'm pretty much just going to leave it there. And this side, there wasn't much. And this right here, you can easily see. Let's see, I took it off. Well, here's an example. So this darker blue, that is sponge. This little lighter piece that looks almost white, and this piece right here, oh no, there it is. This piece right here, that's part of the mold. So get that off. Okay, so the front side wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, on the rear, there's quite a bit of it. And we're going to go back here. So I know you can see this big old chunk, but you see all this little blue stuff? That is all part of the mold. Trying to get it out as best as I can. Looks like I got that one out. This one right here, a little difficult because it's stuck in there. I've already started messing with it when I started cleaning this sucker up. But that's a big piece of mold right there. Let me see. There it goes. It's a pretty significant piece of mold. And there's quite a bit of it in here. There's some right here. I think that's a sponge. Yeah, that's a piece of sponge. Let's see, so that's a piece of sponge, that's a piece of sponge. Probably got most of it out already. Let's see this right here. Yeah, that's a piece of mold. It looks like it's molded into the piece. Yeah, it is, because this piece right here is right on top of it. I'm not going to mess with it. Just going to leave it as is. And there's some more right there on this corner. Right here. Which if I really want to mess with it, I will. I'll get it out. And there's some more caught in here. I'm going to try to show you. There's one caught right inside there. I think I got it out. No, it's stuck in there. And there's smaller pieces throughout this part right here. Another one right there. And then some sponge. Which again, it's kind of expected. That's the only thing I don't like about these type of scenic bases that's supposed to be a bunch of rubble. Because it has so many hard edges and undercuts. The mold is bound to get underneath it and just rip off when it comes time to remove it. So yeah, that's about the only thing you're going to have to look for when you do this model and get it ready. I plan to have it done in about 2 days. So let's go ahead and get some measurements, okay? Let's get this back on the mount here. There we go. I know it's kind of shaky. You guys will be alright. Alright, so we are looking at, and you know what, let me try to do a front view. That's about as good as it's going to get. Alright, and of course it's going to slip. That's okay. You guys know I do this stuff on the fly. And if this is your first time visiting, now you know. Okay, so from base to the top of the building, you're looking at about 5 1/4 inches. If you include the top of the cupolas, You're looking at about a 7-inch in height. Length. Very easily, we're going from base to base, from the end of one base to the other end of the base. Looking at about 13 inches across. So 7 high, 13 across. And lengthwise, we are looking at, and I do apologize for this mess, and we're talking about from the front of the stairs to the front of the other stairs. I already pre-measured it, so I already know it's about 9 inches. Alright, so this is a fairly large model, and I can tell you it weighs about 2 or 3 pounds. This is a lot of resin. Okay, so now it's time for the miniatures test. So first we're going to start off with the Primaris Marine. That gives you an idea. So we'll put the Primaris Marine right there. Let me give you the measurement for the door. So the door is 1 1/16 inches tall. 1 1/16 from the top step to the top of that door. So there's your Primaris Marine. That's how big he is. Okay, and again, we're going to go with the heroic 15mm. He could walk through the door if he wasn't on a base, so that looks decent. My Iquin, again, the Iquin is by Loud Ninja Games, available through Alternative Armies. They're supposed to be a bit bigger, so they probably won't go through the door, they'll go through the windows. So they'll fit through there. I'm not sure where the zombie is from, to be honest with you. I've had the zombie for several years. Honestly, I have no idea who made it. So yeah, he could fit through. Figured zombie would be a good fit for a destroyed building. And because recently, there's been quite a bit of interest in these again, and I know exactly why. These are the Infantry Men from the Ranger Project, from the Salamander Ranger Project. No, mine are not available for sale. I did paint these myself. They are a true 15mm from head to toe. They would actually fit perfectly in this building if they didn't have a base. They would look great. So the other model I have to show, because you know I do play a lot of games. So if we go with Gaslands, yeah, that's going to work beautifully. Since this is supposed to be a German building, I'm going to get our Volkswagen Golf in here. Going to get him to sit there real nice like, because he's got the 3 stripes. So there you go. And so I'm going to go ahead and get this sucker painted up. Because, like I said, it shouldn't take too long, because it's basically one color and a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of washes. So yeah, let's put him right there. We'll have a power armor suit right there. And there you go. Reichstag by Novus Design Studios. Like I said, this is a hell of a kit. Hell of a kit. I mean, look at that. This is going to be gorgeous. You know, now that I think about it, yeah. I forgot who said it. Yeah, Primaris Marines would make great mechs for 15mm. Mechs or power armor. One of the two. Yeah, probably a power armor. Yeah, this rat rod definitely would work with this building once it gets done. I think I made it just for this, without knowing it. Alright guys, let me know what you think. This building, as of the taping of this video, is not available as of yet. I don't know when it'll be available. We'll find out. Hopefully they'll make a good announcement here soon. But it is gorgeous, it is heavy. So that's the end of the review portion of this video, or I should say video series, because I am going to paint this up, and I'm going to do it in several stages. I'm going to do the primer stage, And then I'm going to do some airbrushing to show you where I'm putting all the umber and whatnot. And then the detail work up here, because this is going to be, I think I'm going to do something. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. Take it easy.